Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Ruby and today I'm going to show you 6 ways to fill your sketchbook. As usual, all the supplies I use in this video will be listed in the description below. The first way you can fill your sketchbook is by going on Pinterest. So I've had this sketchbook since the start of January and it's not a big sketchbook. It's only 64 pages, but believe it or not, I've never actually started and completed a sketchbook before. The sketchbooks I've gotten in the past have usually been spiral sketchbooks, and I tend to tear out pages whenever I find a sketch to be ugly or want to use the paper for something else. So this past December, I decided to get a sketchbook that I wasn't tempted to tear the paper out of and went in with the intention of finishing it within the year. I actually got the idea for this video after realizing that at the time of this recording, it's September and I still had about 10 pages to go, which isn't a lot, but I like to work on the front and back pages, so technically 20 pages to go. And I know it's still not a lot, but at the pace I was going, I felt like I wasn't going to meet my goal if I didn't put more time into it. So like I said, one of the best ways to fill your sketchbook is by going on Pinterest and look for some inspiration. It can be as simple as drawing something from your homepage or looking for something specific you like. I've also learned that when looking for specific things, keywords are really important. So for example, if you're trying to look for sketch ideas and if you just type sketch ideas, the results might be different than if you look up something more specific like illustration art. I also feel like the more specific you are with your keywords, the better results you'll get, like the more niche the results will be. I also feel like a lot of it has to do with curation. For example, if I created a Pinterest account without searching for anything or pinning anything, I believe it would show me the top results rather than something interesting or relatable to me. So try being as specific as possible and pin things you like so the algorithm can pick up on your interests and personalize that content for you. Personally, I looked on my homepage and pinned a couple of things that I liked and went down that rabbit hole of different pages. But yeah, I just drew what I saw and made it my own. If you're having trouble finding things on Pinterest, I've made a page specifically for art-related things where I'll pin a whole bunch of stuff and you can get some ideas and build your page from there if you haven't already. The second way you can fill your sketchbook is by asking for sketch ideas. For this page, I asked my Instagram followers for some sketch ideas. This is actually something I have done a couple of times throughout my sketchbook, which is always a great experience since it's a great way to interact with people and get ideas that you might never have thought of otherwise. But if you don't have social media, you can always ask your family or friends for some suggestions. So I chose 3 prompts I received, which was a caterpillar, a portrait, and a capybara with a vase on its head. And I chose these because I haven't drawn a caterpillar or a capybara in my sketchbook before, and I thought it would be something really cute to draw. I also chose to do a portrait because I feel like I have difficulty at times when it comes to portraits, so I wanted to give myself some more practice with that. I've also gotten a lot of questions about how I choose my colors when painting or drawing. And for this specific page, I didn't really have a plan. I just knew I wanted to use watercolors and I wanted the apple to be red and I wanted the caterpillar to be green. I also wanted to have some cool bloom effects with the watercolors, so I didn't just want to use one solid color for the apple and the caterpillar. and I thought pink would look really nice with the red. Pink is a color I use a lot in my work because it goes pretty much with anything. Pink and green, pink and blue, pink and yellow, etc. But I also didn't want the apple to be too red, so I added some deeper yellow to get that more of a cool blend in there. And green and yellow also look nice together, so it all worked out really nicely. I also kept the color scheme going for all the other sketches to make it look a little more cohesive, and I really loved how it turned out. I also want to say thank you to everyone who sent me a sketch suggestion. I really love how the page turned out, and now your idea is in my sketchbook forever. If you ever want to send me your sketch suggestions, you can follow my Instagram, it's linked down below. I usually ask on my story at random times, and I kind of just choose the ones that interest me at that moment. So if you have ever sent me an idea and I haven't drawn it yet, don't be shy, keep sending them, I always appreciate them. The third way you can fill your sketchbook is by playing with art supplies. The way I wanted to play with this page was to use some art supplies that I haven't used in a long time, which were my Posca markers, and I also wanted to challenge myself by only using two colors, so I chose a magenta and a blue, but I also gave myself the liberty to use different shades of those colors, so basically just a pink and blue color scheme for this spread. Another way you can play with art supplies is by working with a medium you've never used before, reconnecting with art supplies you haven't used in a while, or using something unconventional like some old nail polish. Don't be afraid to switch it up, who knows, maybe you'll find that you prefer those supplies rather than the ones you've been using currently. I really loved how this page turned out. I was a little worried about the frog because it was originally bright green and I didn't know if it would look good blue, but I absolutely love it. It's so cute, and the pink Woodstock, oh my gosh, he's so cute. But yeah, I really loved how it all came together and the color scheme turned out to be perfect for the images that I chose. The fourth way you can fill your sketchbook is by practicing something. Earlier, I practiced a portrait because someone gave me that suggestion, but for this page, I really wanted to practice a landscape and I really wanted to be loose with it because I love seeing how all the blobs of color and random shapes come together. I definitely suggest a page where you practice something you like, or maybe something you struggle with, and allow yourself to be messy or loose with it because it's really fun. It's also a great way to help discover a specific style, technique, or even art supplies you would like to use in your future work. Personally, that's how I found out that I love layering different art supplies on top of each other instead of working with one medium at a time. I think it really adds dimension, and I'm so in love with how this loose landscape turned out. The fifth way you can fill your sketchbook is by drawing from life. So for this specific sketch, I decided to draw a picture of a Staffordshire dog figurine that I saw at an antique store this past spring. I remember taking the picture because I've never seen one in person before and I thought it was so cool. I don't know if it was genuine, but it might have been because it was so expensive. I also thought the way they displayed it was so cute too and knew it would be a nice reference for the future. I don't think you necessarily have to take a picture from life to draw from life. There are so many references online. If you just look up still life photography on Google or Pinterest, you can find some cool things. There's also a page on Instagram I follow called Still Here, Still Life, and they post weekly still life challenges. But I think it's always nice to take pictures of things you see and come back to them later and reminisce of the time you had that day. Personally, I like to take pictures of a lot of things in my daily life just so I can have references and inspiration whenever my brain is mush, and I love that they're specifically personalized to me. The sixth way you can fill your sketchbook is by looking for prompts. For this sketch, I chose to work from this prompt list created by Rihanna from LO Lovey on Instagram. She posts monthly doodle a day prompts, and I think it's so nice because I know October's coming up and so many artists have their own prompt list for that month and it can be a little overwhelming, or maybe you don't necessarily want a spooky prompt, but she posts them all year round so you have a variety of ideas to choose from. I chose a prompt coffee because I thought it was the perfect opportunity to draw something cozy because I'm so excited for autumn and I'm so ready for that cooler weather. I'm from Texas, so it's been a brutal summer for me, and I haven't been outside as much as I'd like to, and I'm so ready to come back out of my cave, and I'm excited to layer up and dress warm and cute and cozy, and although I don't drink coffee because it doesn't sit well with my tummy and it makes me anxious, I can't wait to have soup and hot cocoa and just enjoy the nice cooler weather. I still have a little bit to go, but I'm so glad I made progress and I feel like I'm back on track finishing my first sketchbook ever. I'm so in love with how all these pages turned out. Maybe once I'm finished with it, I'll do a sketchbook tour video. And I also want to say thank you so much for watching this video. I'd love to hear your thoughts and feel free to subscribe if you want to see my future videos. I hope to see you again soon. Bye!